Hello, my friends. Thanks for coming. I hope you will play with the ideas that I present on my channel. Now, my word for ascension is completion. But in order to understand completion, we need to understand the energies that we're flowing with or in relationship with now. We're a combination of many flows, but we're going to look at the three flows and why understanding how we entered these flows is informative of how we complete. Let's start where we started, which was with the expansion from the source, God, origin, mystery, the eternal infinite, into individuation. We have always carried the rhythm, the tone of the God force with us. In another meditation, I asked what was God, and the answer came that God is love. And so I asked, well, what was love? And the answer was love is the perfect harmonious organization of energy, or the perfect orchestration of energy. That's a little bit of why they used the analogy of a tone or a beat that we can hear or feel through our spiritual practices. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir here. Now, I just had a quantum healing recently. A very gifted man who tapped in a Reiki session to my blueprint and was able to help release me from these dark attachments, from these blocking programs that had happened to me all my life. You know, the karma, for lack of a better word, these dark forms that blocked the me accessing the perfection of the God energy that's inside. So we can know that this perfect organization is within us all the time, even though it's drowned out by a lot of other energies. As we move through the expansion of all that is, we choose, as an individuated energy, choose to take up another rhythm or tempo of the human species. Before we become a human, we actually study the human mind and the human experience. I've been told that a lot of humans express humanness without even coming in reality platforms with any density at all. But here we are, us brave ones. On Earth, we serve a very important function. Although it really doesn't seem like that if you watch the news, we have to understand that humans volunteered to be the only species here that are carrying the equal ability to create and destroy. I've drilled into this a lot in the meditations once I learned that. So why does this have to exist? All this suffering, all this destruction of the planet, all this greed? The answer came that the universe is driven by opposites. The engine of the expansion is opposites: heat, cold, light, dark, gravity, anti-gravity. All of the expansion carries us in progressive realities forward. By contrast, by opposites. So the human evolution here on the planet right now, all of you chose, including me, to be here at this specific time in the human evolution. I'm sure all of you are light bringers. We came to come in at this difficult transition for humanity to hold the light of human potential and shine the beacon of our God energy and our personalities and help as much as we can to keep humans from being destroyed on this planet. But all this destruction has to lead to humanity pivoting to what John Lennon was singing about in his song, Imagine, which is the best banner in my mind of what humans are capable of, no matter where they are in the universe. As individuated energy, carrying the God plan, carrying the species plan, and now choosing Earth as our experience platform temporarily, we've taken up the relationship with the physical elements and the physical laws. Obviously, our bodies are made of the same thing. Everything is here. But we entered at a particular time in the Earth's own evolution as a sentient being. We take up her plan. When we enter, we are flowing in her plan as well. Flowing in the species plan and flowing because of our God source in the expansion of all that is. So even though we're like a little molecule in the river, we have these three main flows, not to mention all the other relationships we have in our life with our family, with our animals, with the other species here. It's these three major flows. We can look at this like electric wires. If we took up the energy of God as an individual, we took up the energy of humanity, and we took up the flow of the Earth's evolution. And these flows were in a certain preset point when we enter them. And so it isn't like fatalism, but we enter and exit doing the best we can at certain points in these flows. Our journey is to reach a feeling of completion with our time in life, with humanity or humanness, and whatever we can contribute to the human species. And we will return to Source God, but we don't return the same way we came. And that makes a lot of sense because we have so much more experience than we're contributing back in completion. So until I see you again, that should give you something to contemplate. So until I see you again, please be well and please be blessed.